Hey guys, this is a little update on the fire propagation system again. Last week I tried out space colonization algorithm in terms of spreading the fire. This week tried out another algorithm called what's it called? It's called the fusion limited aggregation DLA. It's quite an old algorithm as well, but it's kind of similar to space colonization in that we're trying to spread and create like these branching patterns in our script. The difference from space colonization is that instead of having attractors and having our branch move towards it, as the name suggests, DLA kind of uses diffusion to kind of create these branching structures. It'd be easier to show you, but as you can see, this time I have a bigger space, trying to match the space as close to maybe what we'll have in the actual scene as possible. And I've just put in a bunch of random trees just to kind of mimic the amount of computation we need. But let's just run it first, and then I'll kind of talk through it. So as we press start, you'll see that we have a bunch of these red points, and this is kind of what the diffusion part of DLA means, is that we have a bunch of these red points that's kind of constantly being jittered throughout the scene. I can add more by pressing this button. And then when I press 1, that basically creates like this starting point, this cluster anchoring point, and then it's going to try to start to propagate from that area, right? So as you can see, this is our texture, and it's being mapped to our world like last time, and then it's slowly spreading throughout. The cool part about DLA, I guess, or I guess in terms of, you want to add more? Ooh, let's slow that down. But yeah, that's kind of the idea of it. So we can kind of start to spread, and then since this is all just a bunch of points on a grid that's being pushed around via noise, we can do things like choose the direction the noise is going. Like right here, I want noise to be panning this way, which will cause the fire to start branching out in this direction, like that. And then currently in this script, when I press 3, I press it. When I press 3, it kind of triggers like this reversing kind of lerp thing where it kind of just erases stuff. I need to find a way to better do it. Pressing 4 creates more points in this grid, and then we can kind of do this stuff again. For example, if I do 0 here and 5 here, it'll start moving down, and then this will start spreading this way. Kind of cool. Pressing 2 kind of pauses the aggregation element of this script. So it'll be, maybe there's moments in the thing where we want, we can pause it as well. Just like if there's like a certain thing that you like or whatever. So let's try it again from this point of view. We're gonna start the aggregation again and stop it. We can fly around, right? What else is in this? I have a search radius. So basically, we can also tune this to be sort of low. Let's clear our frame again. Refill the grid. Start, and then if we have less elements that we can search, that means it will need more points in the scene in order for the branch to actually start branching. So as you can see, when we only have one element in the scene that's kind of branching out, it's only this area that's flowing, right? And we need to grow more in order to come through. But if I set this to like 3, you can see that like the branching happens a lot faster. Ooh. So I'm gonna fade it out again, and then I think there's one more thing where let's pause you. Oh, there's also fade power, so it's not on. But higher power basically means like we're controlling This is like a cheap way of just like, controlling the intensity of the fire in the scene. Um, this threshold basically is kind of controlling in conjunction with the search radius on how the behavior of the spreading is happening. But this is kind of the basic idea of this algorithm. Like, points move down, and then as it touches this cluster thing, it grows. Um, it can grow rapidly, and all of a sudden we have like this crazy forest fire thing that will fade out. And we're back to just where we began, more or less, right? But that's the idea, I guess. It was another week of experimentation, I guess, with this algorithm. But overall, I see the potential in maybe going at it with an approach like this, because it is kind of fun to be able to control the wind direction, and let's make it like maybe 2.5 and 1.5 for like this direction now. It is kind of fun to be able to kind of like propagate values in this sort of way. Like it fades out, we'll make this 1 again, lower the value, and now it's going to start propagating a lot slower. If I add more points, it'll slowly start spreading again. What else? Also, I have another mode. I call it sine mode, which is basically I have just this like random algorithm that just approaches this that just draws an X on this texture, I guess. But you can see it moving in like that. If I do 0.25, you can see it drawing, but also fading at the same time. And then if I increase this, I'm gonna wait for it to come back. You can see that, like, based on this trail, it will start propagating other trails on top of it, and it will start spreading in this fashion. We'll fade that out again. Let's see if I can get way back so we can see the whole thing. Yeah, maybe that was too much. Make it 2, raise this back up, and then I think a lot of it is also I need to think of a better way to optimize the algorithm, and also just maybe whatchamacallit, think of a better way to performance-wise. Fade it out, turn it on, add points. Forest fire. Add points, turn it on, turn this off. But yeah, it's also kind of cool. You can kind of like add a bunch of points, turn it on. It's fading, start collecting points, turn it off. I guess. I don't know. It's like a lerp thing. Uh, Whatever. I've been rambling. Bye.